1, 2, 3. 1.
The session started out to my liking. A little relaxing stretching. Okay, just a little stretching. Then things got serious. The thing they don't tell you is for each Marine push-up, you're actually doing 3.
1.
If you're not physically fit, you're not going to be healthy, we're not going to be able to perform our duties as Marines in order to, protect the country.
All together, exercise. 1, 2, 3.
Next, pull-ups.
Let's go. Give me 2 more, man. 2 more. 2 more. Let me see that.
Get it up there. Just your chin. Get it up there. Get your chin up there. Let's go. Let's go.
For women, flexed arm hang. I have to do a minimum of 12 seconds to go to boot camp.
Pull, 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 pull.
I forgot to say it.
56 seconds.
You passed.
That's right, I left out the
Done, sir, done. Drop.
which means technically that didn't count.
Ready? Go.
Count out loud.
Let's go.
I say you got this. Come on. Let's go. Yeah, there you go. Come on, you got 5 seconds.
Marine modified crunches actually means hardest crunches ever.
You go.
53. They just expect you to, push yourself and always be willing to go over and beyond what you think your body can do.
No breaks.
Come on, Patterson.
And to top it off, 1.5 miles for time.
Push. Let's go.
I don't think I've done 1.5 miles fast in a long time.
Taking pictures isn't just a passion for Barry Wood, it's a way of life. He travels around the state with his camera, taking pictures for magazines, newspapers, and his own portfolio. He says it's nothing too difficult.
If I can shoot well, anybody can.
But those who know him well know he's had his share of hard times.
He has had a lot to overcome in the past couple of years, and he hasn't let it get him down.
Barry was an EMT for 15 years and a registered nurse for 7. But 3 years ago, his world changed. He woke up one morning and couldn't see.
And it scared the heck out of me. It really did.
Turns out his diabetes left him legally blind. He can't see out of his right eye, and with his left,
I can read my watch like this.
So he went to a school for the blind and vision impaired in Richmond.
And they said, well, what do you want to do? We can teach you to be a telephone consumer person. Yeah, no, not me. And they said, well, we can teach you to do work with vending machines. Nope, sorry. And they said, well, what do you want to do? I said, I want to be a photographer. And they laughed.
But Barry wasn't kidding. So how good is he? We asked an expert, and we forgot to mention one small thing.
This is a really good photograph, mainly because your center of interest is over here.
He liked most, but not all.
This one doesn't work too well for me.
What would you say if I told you that these photos were taken by someone who's legally blind?
Wow, that does surprise me. All of them?
Yep, all of them.
Wow, how does he get a sense of depth? That's what that I'm wondering here.
He has no sense of depth, just none.
That is amazing.
So how does he do it?
He uses his hearing a lot when he's taking pictures.
You can feel the sun on the side of your face. Always try to keep the sun to the back of your head when you're shooting, because that is your biggest light source.
He might not have his eyes, but that's not going to stop him from using a camera.
Well, I wouldn't say that photography is for everyone. I think, but this guy sure stretches the boundaries, doesn't he?
If you believe in yourself, anything is possible.
And he is living proof. In Danville, Ashley Singh, ABC 13 News.
It's called the choking game. Those who take part suffocate themselves on purpose in order to get a high. But it can be deadly, and an area woman who recently lost her son to this game is speaking out. She wants to prevent any other parent from going through what she has. Ashley Singh is live in our Danville studio, and Ashley, this woman, Tina Smith, is trying to raise awareness about this game.
Len, it's a game that doesn't sound like much fun. You try to make yourself pass out by restricting blood flow to the brain. It's a game Tina Smith wishes her son never learned to play.
He was so smart, and he was always the thinker, you know, and I just couldn't believe that he had played this game and that this had happened.
While at his grandma's house, Tyler tied a backpack strap around his neck to make himself pass out. He never woke up.
It was the worst day of my life.
He left his mother, his little sister, and his whole family clueless as to what had happened.
He's gone. I know that I won't be able to see him for a while.
It wasn't until a friend of Tyler's admitted to Tina that the two had played this game together in the past.
If I could have shown him pictures of other kids that had lost their life, if I would have known about the game, maybe he wouldn't have listened to me, but maybe he could have looked in their eyes and said, I can't let this happen to my mom. I can't let this happen to my friends and my sister.
Dilated pupils, severe headaches, marks on his neck. She saw the signs, but she didn't know the cause.
And I started remembering different things over the last few years that I had questioned as a mom and asked him, and he always gave me a reasonable explanation.
If Tyler's story can save just one child, his family says his death will not have been in vain.
It'll prevent another mom from going through this, another life being lost, another sister crying out in her sleep for her brother. That's the whole purpose of Tyler's cause.
Tina says she plans to go to PTA meetings, hold seminars, tell as many people as she can about what happened to her son. To find out more about this game, you can visit our website at WSET.com. Live in Danville, Ashley Singh, ABC 13 News.
Ashley, thank you very much for that.
It's a secret Betty Williamson has waited 30 years to tell. Every day, she and her husband Alex do one good deed.
We held hands when we slept for some reason, and right before we held our hands, we told each other our good deed, and it never left our room.
It started on their honeymoon when they saw an elderly couple stranded on the side of the road.
We were trying to get to the hotel room, but he says, let's just stop and help, and we did. We got them their families, and afterwards he looked at me and he says, that really felt good to help somebody. And I said, we're just going to do that every day of our life. Let's just do a good deed for somebody, one little thing.
A few days ago, Alex and Betty were trying to complete their deed for the day by delivering a car to Betty's nephew, when suddenly a giant metal object came flying through the windshield. Alex blocked it from reaching his wife.
It took like 6 people to even move it, and he just with a hand just slid it off of his head and just placed it behind me. It was just kind of like, that's the deed that I'm doing. His last deed was for me.
Alex didn't make it.
When they told me they couldn't do anything, my heart broke. I became really sad, really, really sad.
Alex was a Vietnam veteran, a volunteer firefighter, and Halifax County's chief forest technician. Betty says she's sharing their secret now because more people in this world need to be like her husband, and she says they can be by doing just one good deed a day.
If they don't have a smile, put a smile on their face. If they're hurting, make them strong. Be there for somebody.